नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। Welcome for Srimad Bhagvatam class at ISKCON, Vrindavan. We are reading from Srimad Bhagvatam, 10th canto, chapter 38. Akrura visit Vrindavan. Akrura arrives in Vrindavan. And the verse for today is verse number 10 and 11. These are the meditative prayers of Akrura with a deep desire to have darshan or vision of Sri Krishna along with Bhagavatam. Akrura is our Acharya for Vandana Bhakti. Vandana means prayer, the deep desire for Krishna. So, Akrura has started from Mathura. Algun means when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, that month of Holi. It was Ekadashi, a special day. Keshi came on the same day, in the morning was killed. The afternoon Vyamasur was killed. And Akrura arrives by evening in Vrindavan. So, this is the Krishna finishing his pastime in Vrindavan for almost little less than 11 years and is now on the way to Mathura. So this is that transitional period. So this verse, Akrura is speaking means meditative. Verse number 10 I am reading. It's not there on the board.
Not there, but the verse number 10 you can read yourself.
Anyway, you have verses there. Apya adhyaha vishnoho manajatvam iyusyo haravattaraya bhavo nidicchaya lavanyadhamano Lavanyeta Upalabhanam Mahayam Nanasyata Phalam Andasadrisha. So, api means is continuing further prayer, furthermore. Adhya, today, Vishnu, the Supreme Lord Vishnu. Now this word needs a purport. Vishnu. Akrura is going to bring Krishna and Balaram while the Vishnu word is written here. Manujatvam, just like men, are Manujatvam, just like men. It's not men, just like men. Like this is brave like a lion. It doesn't mean that he's a lion. So Krishna is not a man, but he looks like man, just like man. Iyusho means he has, Prabhupada's disciple writes, who has assumed. It means he has appeared in this form. Why? Bhara avatar. Bhara means burden. Avatar means incarnated. Bhumo means on the earth. He has appeared to unburden the earth from miscreants alone. Why? Nijchaya, by his own sweet will. Or by the desire of a devotee, because both are same. Krishna desires, devotee desire is same. Nijya means personally chaya. Lavanya means he is so beautiful and charming, and Dharma here means his form. His form is very charming. Lavanya of beauty, Dhamana of the abode. Its form is abode of beauty. Bhavita Upalabhanam. Now he is expressing his desire. I will have his darshan. Upalabhayam means I can see his face. I can see his beautiful lotus pearl-like eyes. I can see his red lips. It's like I'm going to drink the beauty of Krishna. Upalabhanam. Mahayam, by me. Nanasyata phalam andasa Krishna. What is the best festival for the eyes than to see easily Krishna? Ansa means easily. Ansa here meant directly. Not in meditation like yogis, but I just open eyes and I see Krishna. So the translation by Srila Prabhupada's disciples, I am going to see the Supreme Lord Vishnu, the reservoir of all beauty, Lavanya Dhamana, who by his own sweet will, Nijitchaya, has now assumed a human-like form, Manujatvam, to relieve the earth of her burden. Thus there is no denying that my eyes will achieve the perfection of their existence. So this is the meditation of Thakur. And Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur writes, since the demon also get to see Krishna, these demons also see Krishna. So many demons came to Vrindavan and they saw Krishna. What's so notable about your seeing him? You will also see Krishna. What is the difference? And then answer, now by his own will he has appeared in the dynasty of Manujatvam. Because the verse number 13 will give the exact answer. He has appeared in Yaduvans, Satvatam Kule. So all these verses will culminate in verse number 13. I will see Krishna who has appeared in Yadupura, in the dynasty of Yadus. As Vishnu, with extraordinary beauty, which I realize in my heart. The demons may see him, but they do not realize his beauty. Will my eyes not become successful today? Certainly they will. This is Chakravarti part. And Sri Jiva Goswami writes, again out of the intense greed, he means Akrur has a desire to see all the limbs of Krishna. To see all the limbs of Krishna, Upalambanam. Today I will see Upalambanam, him, Krishna. He eternally possesses a normal human body. He eternally possesses normal human body. It's not assumed. It is his eternal body, human. A normal human for displaying the sweet pastime. Is this form of Krishna is for sweet pastime. It means Leela Madhuri. This is special than Narayana. Leela Madhuri is for the pastime. Though he is full of all powers displaying, though he is full of all powers and all pervading, Vishnu. So Vishnu means one who pervades, all pervading. It does not mean that Krishna is Vishnu. Even in Ras Leela, the word Vishnu is used. This doesn't mean actually Vishnu, it means Krishna. So Krishna, who is all pervading, who is all powerful, that is called Vishnu. An example of the past participle expressing an eternal fact is the following. Ayam Atma Apahatta Papama. The Lord is free of all sin. Chandogya Upanishad. Or he has made his appearance in a human dynasty, Manujatma. But this does not destroy his independence. He comes by his own desire. Though he actually comes by the desire of the devotee, the two are actually one. Desire of devotee and desire of Krishna is one. Any example you remember? Desire is one. When Vasudeva Datta asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I will take the sin of all, because they are going to hell, and let Krishna put me in hell. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Krishna is not incapable that he will put you in a hell and all others are delivered. You simply desire, and I'll become Vaishnava. It means what devotee desire Krishna. Krishna has no business. That verse says, Bhakta vancha puri kare or nahi kirte. Krishna has no other business except to fulfill the desire of devotee. So when this statement Sri Jiva Goswami is giving, the desire of the devotee and the desire of the Lord are same. So he appears by his own desire, means by the desire of his dear devotees. He is not only the shelter of sweet pastime, but the shelter of various type of beauty, lavanya. It means Rupa Madhuri. Leela Madhuri and Rupa Madhuri. Rupa Madhuri is beauty. Lavanya Dham. If I see Krishna today, will not my eyes be more successful? No. They will be extremely successful. And there is nothing beyond this. And then there is a verse quoted from Venu Geet. Akshatvam phalam vidam na param vidamaha sakyam pasham anaveveshayatto vayasyaha vaktram brajesha sutayo anuvenu jushtam Yaiva nipitam anurakta katakya moksham. The cowherd girl said, "Oh friends, we do not know any other success for those with eyes than the face of the younger one who plays the flute, the face experienced as he casts a sidelong glance of love, the face tested by people with eyes, as the two sons of Nanda takes the cows from forest to forest along with their friends." So these are the gopis saying the festival for our eyes is to, anybody with eyes, the only success is to see the beauty of Krishna. I will see him easily, directly, not with some obstruction like shadow. And in his actual form, or coming close to him, will I not see him easily? Just by opening my eyes I will see him. Not by much practice of yoga, etc. Or api can mean evidently. By desiring him, I will certainly be able to see him. It's not that I will not see him. I will. This is because previously he expressed certainly. Will I not see him easily? Yes, just by opening my eyes. And same things now. Now we are reading the verse today with that we have to. So what is this verse? Akrul's firm determination to see the beauty of Krishna and the pastime of Krishna. Rupa Madhuri and Leela Madhuri. These are the two words of Lavanya Dharma and sing, the two things he is desiring to see. And he is giving us the instruction that our eyes will be successful only when we experience the beauty of Krishna, when we see Krishna. Now the verse for today, Elmer. Ya ikshata aham rahito api asat sataho swate jasaha apasatatamo vidya brahma Swamayayat maharachitais tad ikshaya Pranakshaha dhibhi sadhaneshu abhiyate Yaikshataaham rahito api asat sataho Swate jasa pastatamo vidya brahma Swamayat maharakitais katishaya Anaha akshaha jibhi sadhaneshu abhiyate Ya ikshata aham rahito pi asat sataho Swate jasaha apasat tamo vidya brahma Somaya atman rachitais tad ikshaya Prana aksha jibhi sadhanesho abhiyate Please. Swate jasa pasatamo vidya brahma Somayat maharakitai sadikshaya Adhbhut sadhaneshwabhiyate. Yah, who, ikshata, the witness, aham, false ego, rahitam, rahitaha, devoid of, api, nevertheless, asata satayoho, of the material products and the causes, swatejasa, by his personal potency, apasat, having dispelled, tamaha, the darkness of ignorance, hidda, the idea of being separate, brahmaha, and bewilderment, swamayaya, by his material creative energy, atman, within himself, rachitahi, by those who are produced, the living entities, tata ikshaya, by his glancing upon that maya, prana, by the vital air, aksha, by the senses, devihi, the intelligence, sadhaneshwar, within the bodies of the living entities, abhiyate, his presence is surmised. Translation by Srila Prabhupada's disciple. He is the witness of material cause and effect. Yet he is always free from false identification with them. By his internal potency, he dispels the darkness of separation and confusion. The individual souls in this world who are manifested here when he glances upon his material creative energy, indirectly perceive him in the activities of their life air, senses and intelligence. Purport by Srila Prabhupada's disciples. In this verse, Akhtar establishes the all-powerful position of the Supreme Lord, whom he is about to see in Vrindavan. The false concept of separation from the Lord is described in 11th chapter of Bhagvatam. This is a false conception of separateness from Krishna. The whole theme is in this purport now. Mayavadi said this world is false. It is not connected with God. It means it's separate than God. That is the misconception. So, the verse is bhayam means fear, dvaitya means separateness. Second, something other than Krishna, dvaitya, abhinivesha, ishita. Something is separate than Ishwar or Krishna. That creates fear. Syad ishad apetasya viprayo smrti asmi. That creates the opposite feeling. Because something is separate than Krishna, then we are fearful. The whole idea is, this world does not belong to Krishna, therefore it is for our enjoyment. This is the false mentality. That is the misconception. So, although all existence emanates from the absolute truth, Janmadhyaya said, Krishna, there is Krishna. We imagine a second thing, this material world, to be entirely separate from Lord's existence. Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya, that's what it means. Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. That's what actually they want to tell, what the generally Mayavadis say. With this mentality we try to exploit the second thing, means material world, for our sense gratification. Thus this psychological underpinning of the material life is the illusion that this world is somehow separate from God and therefore meant for our enjoyment. It is ironic that impersonal philosophers, in their radical renunciation of this world, claim it to be untruly false and totally separate from the absolute. Jagat mithya. Jagat, material world, mithya means false. Unfortunately, this artificial attempt to divest this world of its divine nature, or in other words, its relation to God. Divine nature in relation to God. Anything coming in your mind, some words? Daiviyecha gunamayi mamamaya, daiviyecha gunamayi. This material world is my divine energy. Because I am divine disconnected with me. Maya dikshena prakriti suyate characharam. Under my direction, this material world is creating. So it is connected with Krishna. It's Krishna's energy. It's not separate than Krishna. Artificial attempt to divest this world of its divine nature, or in other words, its relation to God, does not lead people to utterly reject it, but rather try to enjoy it. If you think the world is false, then leave it, give it up, reject it. No. It is for our enjoyment. This whole world has this mentality. This world is for our enjoyment. Because it's separate from God. Actually, this world is created by God. It's for the enjoyment of God, not for our enjoyment. But we think we are enjoyers. This is our competitive mentality with God. So again, the whole philosophical understanding is God is the only enjoyer. We are to be enjoyed. But false mentality of being enjoyer, enjoying mentality is cause of all bondage, all troubles. Only this mentality has to be changed to service attitude. Then all problems are solved. Therefore, when we take initiation, with our name, the word Das is added. That you are servant of Krishna. Because it has to change our mentality from enjoying attitude to service attitude. That is the bottom line actually. We are not enjoying, but we are to serve Krishna in his enjoyment as instruments. That is the bottom line. So, while it is true that this world is temporary and thus is, in one sense, illusory, Jagat is not mithya, but it is temporary. And because it's temporary, therefore it is illusory. It's not going to last forever. So it means it's illusion. The mechanism of illusion is a spiritual potency of the Supreme Lord. Who is bewildering us? Maya. Realizing this, we should immediately desist from any attempt to exploit this world. Rather, we should recognize it as God's energy. We'll actually give up our material desires only when we understand that this world belongs to God and is therefore not meant for our selfish gratification. Now this is the first part of the purport, particularly about thinking worlds separate from God and the consequences of that, positive and negative. Positive is that God belongs, let's say world belongs to God, it's His energy, it's not for our enjoyment, and it's temporary, therefore we shall not be entangled in that. And wrong is that this world is separate from God, it's for our enjoyment, and that is cause of bondage, of fear and everything. Now the next concept, adhyate, last word of this verse. Adhyate is last word in the verse, which means surmising. The word, English word surmising means suppose. Without evidence, coming to the conclusion is called surmising. So the word adhyate here refers to process of surmising the presence of the Lord, assuming. Through meditative introspective. Through meditative introspective means I meditate and see what God looks like without evidence. This process is also described in second canto of Srimad Bhagvatam. Bhagavan sarvabhuteshu lakshitaha swatmana harihi drishyahis buddhaya adhbhi drishtaha lakshanahi anumapakahi. The personality of God, the Lord Sri Krishna, is in every living being along with the individual soul. And this fact is perceived and hypothesized in our acts of seeing and taking help from intelligence. So though we don't see directly God, but we can say infer, we can reach to the conclusion by indirect method that God is within the heart as a super soul along with the soul, and we can understand that by our intelligence, because these words are in this verse, Dhihi, Pranaha, Ikshaha. Pran means, say, Karamendriya. Iksha means Gyanendriya. And Dhi means the subtle body or the Antakarma. So by these three, we can perceive God by these three which are given to us in the verse. Now, Akrur states that the Lord is free of, now first line of the verse. Akrur states that Lord is free of egoistic pride. Rahita aham, is free from aham, ego. It is comparison with the jiva. Jiva has an ego, but Lord don't have an ego. Akrur states that Lord is free of egoistic pride, afflicting ordinary embodied souls. He has no ego. He is a creator. He glances over the material energy, but he is not attached to that. Therefore, he is free from ego. We create some house, we think it is ours. We create something and we think it is ours. But he created everything, but he never said it's mine. There is a difference between the two. Yet the Lord appears to be embodied like everyone else, though he has a body. But he is not having a false ego. How come that? And therefore someone might object to the statement that he is free of egoism. How can he be free of egoism when he has a body? Srila Vishnu Thakur comments on this puzzle as follows. How can we distinguish between being free of false ego and being afflicted by it? We have no false ego, but I am. So if I am means I have false ego. Everywhere Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, surrender unto me. Aham, mam. So it appears like false ego. Right? And there is no false ego. So how this can be solved? How can we distinguish between being free of false ego and being afflicted? If a living entity is situated in the body, somebody argue like that, living entity is in the body, he will encounter the happiness, unhappiness, confusion, and that occur within it. Just as a person living in a house, whether he be attached to it or not, cannot avoid experiencing the darkness, warmth, cold that occurs within the house. See, if we are living here in this hall, if the light goes, then we will feel it is hot. If in the night light goes, we feel it's dark. So we are in the hall, therefore we feel what is happening in the hall, in this place. So we are in this body. So if there is a pain in the body, we will feel the pain. If you are confused in the body, we will feel the confusion. So Lord is in the body, then He can also feel like that. He may not be attached. Whoever is coming in this temple is not attached because he is not going to live here. Just come and go. But he will feel all this. So Krishna is not attached, all right, to the world, but how can he avoid that? The answer is given. This objection is answered as follows. By his internal potency, Swatejasa, the Lord dispels the darkness of ignorance along with the separateness and bewilderment it produces. It means, when there is a darkness for ordinary jiva, Lord by his Swatejasa means Chitta Shakti. Chitta Shakti. Chitta Shakti means full of knowledge. Because of his self-manifesting knowledge potency, he is free from darkness. He is not influenced by that. Now let's go to Chakravarti Pad's commentary. One should realize the beauty of human-like form of Krishna with the eyes. Krishna is now in Nandagram. But as he resides in the heart, he can be realized through inference, surmising. Like me, there exist many people everywhere who must see him in this way. It means, I am going to see Krishna in Nandagaon. Personally I am going to meet him. But for everybody, he is within their heart. They can also perceive him. They can also perceive him. You have any example about this type of concept? Though Krishna is in front, but still you can perceive within the heart. Guru Maharaj is one example. He was seeing Krishna inside Vishnu and outside he saw Vishnu. Sorry? Markande. The example which I am thinking of Bhishamdev, where exactly there is a verse. Krishna is standing at the feet of Bhishamdev and he was directly seeing Krishna, but he was meditating on Krishna within his heart. This verse is like exactly like that. He is thinking, this Krishna who has come here for a moment will go now. But the Krishna I am meditating every day in my heart will always stay with me. So what we have to really learn from this is, we are coming for a darshan in a day, 2 times maybe. But throughout the day, how can we keep this form of the Lord within our heart? This is for practical our meditation. It means when we come for darshan, we should so meditatively have the darshan of Gaur-Nitaya Krishna Balaram Radha Shyam Sundar Lalita Vishakha with deep meditation from the lotus feet all the way about their grace, about their ornaments. And when we close our eyes, we can see the same beauty within our heart at least for one day. And next day again we'll come and see. This is actually the purpose of this purport. That our everyday meditation should be very deeply focused on the presiding deities which we identify with them. Everyone should have his own presiding deity. Maybe of the temple in which they live, or maybe their own personal home deities. And first thing when they get up from their sleep, they should simply meditate. And the last thing, before they go to sleep, they should meditate. And the whole day they should carry with them that heart. That is actually one of the most important purpose of Artya Vigraha worship, one of the item of devotional service. Always carrying Krishna within our heart. So now you can see which cloth Krishna is wearing. But when you are not in the temple, can you see exactly the same thing? So this is what actually is our practice every day. Anybody has this type of practice? Some presiding duty you have kept for yourself? My Lord, every day I meditate. I come and see. If I am not able to see, still I can see within my heart. This is actually what is expressed in this verse. It means still Akrura has not seen Krishna for 11 years. But now he's thinking, I'm going to see him. Say, yeah, I know he's within my heart, but now I'm going to see the same Lord directly. So Akrura is a devotee, already he's a devotee. If he's one of the Acharya of the Lauda Bhakti, so he's a devotee. I'm going to see him now. So, he is the Saha. He is the seer of the good and bad actions of all jivas. Krishna is within our heart. He can see our good and bad actions. Though residing in all bodies, he is devoid of false bodily identification. Aham rahito api. Though the jiva has false identity, in this word api means jiva has a false identity, but Krishna has not. He resides in all entities, devoid of false ego, as the witness of everything. So Krishna is within everybody's heart as a super soul, as a witness. Then which verse we should quote? Upadrishta, Anumanta, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara. That is the verse. Upadrishta, he is witness simply. He is a witness. Why should there be consideration of having or not having false ego? As long as one is situated in the body, he must be subject to sorrow and illusion. If one is situated in a house, whether attached or non-attached, he will experience darkness, hot or cold. Same example, just we read by Srila Prabhupada's disciple, Chakravarti Pal writes, by the Chitta Shakti, Swatejasa, ignorance and its result. What is the result of ignorance? The result of ignorance is separateness and illusion. Cannot touch him. It means in this verse that the word Vidya, separate, Brahma, illusion. So these two things, separateness and Brahma or illusion, are the result of ignorance. Ignorance leads to concept of something separate from God and bewilderment. And when there is Chit Shakti, means a gyaan, ignorance is destroyed. Now when I was speaking this, I recently had some simple realization when I was in class in Bhagvatam. All these sins are destroyed. The purport was like that. When we are not influenced by fruitive activities or speculative knowledge, and we surrender to the pure devotee, all our sins are destroyed. This was the sentence in the purport. So what is coming in your mind? Free from fruitive mentality and free from fruitive activities and free from the speculative knowledge, and surrender to the pure devotee. What it means? And surrender to the Lord. Yeah, Anya Vidashita Sunyam Gyaan Karma Adhyan Anukul and Krishna, which means this. So then I realized, how can somebody will be free from all sins simply by this? Generally what we say is, as soon as we take initiation, Guru will take all the sinful reaction out. Because he gives the seed of devotional service, Bhakti Lata Bij. And when we start practicing bhakti, even when we start practicing sadhan bhakti klesha ghani, all the kleshas are destroyed. Can you understand now the mechanism very clearly? Why I am saying this? We should be careful. If we don't follow the rules and regulations of bhakti, then sin will not go. Don't think that I am taking initiation, therefore all sins are gone. No. You have to practice bhakti, then sins are. He has given the process for destroying the sins. Is it clear? What is the mechanism is clear? Because he gives this Bhakti Lata Bij, which means rules and regulation of devotional service, which means sadhan bhakti. And that destroy all the klesha, which arise because of ignorance. So ignorance is destroyed. Then the fruitive desires are destroyed. Therefore sin is destroyed. Therefore there is no clash. So if we follow the sadhana, then we are free from everything. If you don't follow sadhana, then it's not. So here, what we are discussing is Swatejasa, Chitta Shakti. Chitta Shakti. And this Chitta Shakti is one of the energy of the Supreme Lord, along with Haladini Shakti, or pleasure potency. When it appears in the heart of a sincere devotee, then actually Bhav Bhakti manifests. It means without the Chitta Shakti of the Supreme Lord, we cannot recognize Krishna. For recognizing Krishna, knowing Krishna, we need the mercy of the Chitta Shakti. And this Chit Shakti has to come in our heart from a heart of a pure devotee. And for that we have to aspire, we have to beg, we have to cry. Otherwise it's not possible to come. It's most important. Without these two, Chit Shakti and Hladini Shakti, Bhav Bhakti will not manifest. Though it is there in the seed form. Seed is there, but you need light and water for purification. So these two Shaktis are important. So Chitta Shakti, because it is with Krishna, therefore there is no darkness. Because there is no darkness or ignorance, therefore there is no illusion. Because there is no illusion, therefore there is no separate feeling. Illusion means material world is false. Separate is not separate from Krishna. As it has been said, Guna prakashahi anumiyate bhavam. But the most fortunate result is to realize the beauty of your power. But now time is over. Jiva Goswami and Sanatana Goswami is very elaborate commentary on this verse. And I am reading just one line by Srila Jiva Goswami. 3 verses are joined together with a main clause in verse number 13. He has appeared in Satvat dynasty. It means appeared in a Yadu dynasty. I am going to see the person who has all these different qualifications, but he is now present at Nandagram. He has appeared in Satvat dynasty. Satvat means devotees and Yadu worshippers. Sridhar Swami says that these verses answer the objection. What is the objection? If Krishna enjoys and perform action like us, how can he be considered Vishnu? If Krishna, this is Sridhar Swami's commentary. If Krishna enjoys like us, if Krishna perform action like us, how he should be considered Vishnu? Which verse will come in your mind? In perform action. Janma karam cha me divyam. Its pastime are divine, it's not ordinary. Now, this is the opinion of the skeptic. It's not the opinion of a shastra. It's the opinion of some mental speculator. Since Akrura has already stated his firm faith in Krishna. Krishna is the agent in the creation of Maya, which attains ability by his glance. So Krishna only glances at Maya. He is not directly involved in creation. In glancing, he is devoid of absorption in task, rahita. When he is creating, you don't think that I am part of it and it is mine. No, he is unattached. Therefore, he is rahita. But I think if he is rahita, in glancing, he is devoid of absorption and task. By not being absorbed, he is completely different from Jiva. He creates, but he is not attached to it. Therefore, he is not Jiva, because Jiva created, he is attached to it. There is a difference between the two. Now, second, Jiva is a two condition. Conditioned Jiva and liberated Jiva. This is a conditioned Jiva. What about liberated Jiva? For that, by his Chitta Shakti, Swatejasa, he dissolved absorption, ignorance, and ideas concerning difference. This distinguishes the Lord from Jivan Mukta, who have destroyed ignorance. Those who are Jivan Mukta, means liberated while living, they also have destroyed ignorance, but by practice. But Krishna, by his same nature, Swatejasa, is free from ignorance. So there is a difference between the Krishna and conditioned soul and Krishna and the liberated souls. So the two lines differentiate Krishna from the conditioned and liberated souls. And what is Chit Shakti means? Yogamaya. Chit Shakti means Yoga Maya. Through the Yoga Maya of the Lord, the Kumara attained Vaikuntha. The verse quoted is 3:15-26. Thus the Chit Shakti of the Lord and his direct presence are not different. The Shakti causes the destruction of ignorance. I think there's a lengthy purport. Our time is over. So the first two lines are describing the difference between the Supreme Lord, which Akura is going to see, is not, he looks like human, but he's not human. He's free from false ego. He's self, with Chit Shakti, he has no ignorance like Jiva. And the second line, well, we are not able to really discuss the second line, that by glancing on the Prakriti, he has created the Jiva, and he has given the Jiva the Prana, which means the working senses. He gave the Aksha, which means the knowledge acquiring senses, and Dhi, which means he has given the Antakarana. And because of these three, we can also perceive Krishna by his mercy. He Maya in this world, Maya Atman in this world, this Maya also has the meaning of mercy. By his mercy. So there are different angles of understanding this verse by the Acharya. But I conclude here because the time is over. Any question or comment? No question, no comment. It's mercy. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nidai Gaur Premanand.